and he brought it up.
Is Joe Biden out? Is Big Mike in? Have you subscribed to my channel yet? A lot of questions being asked right now. I'm going to try to get to at least one of them. Welcome to the Midnight Manifest. I'm your host, Mark, and it is the Midnight Hour. Let me ask you guys something. Where's Donald Trump right now? What's he doing? He's golfing, right? He's being really, really fucking quiet right now, isn't he? And you know why he's being quiet? Because he does not want to say or do anything that'll take the news cycle away from Joe Biden and Joe Biden's incompetence. Donald Trump is playing the game. He is playing it well. He's out on the golf course. He's not saying much. Donald Trump sneezes and it makes headlines. So he's playing it really cool. He's trying to be real quiet, and he's going to go ahead and let the media just eat Joe Biden alive. In fact, so much so that he doesn't even say what he's thinking. What he does is I have this video here. It's supposedly a leaked video of Donald Trump saying Joe Biden is out and Kamala Harris is in. Now, you notice he doesn't really go out and say this in a press conference or anything like that. He's had a rally or two since then, since the debates. But, the media doesn't cover those rallies. They try not to cover them as much as possible. So he knew the best way to get this information out about Joe Biden being out and Kamala being in was to have a, quote, leaked video. Like somebody's recorded it with their cell phone, kind of sneaky-like. But it was staged. That wasn't real. Donald Trump knew he was being filmed. It was being filmed on purpose. He made those comments, and then supposedly it was leaked because he wanted to make that statement, but he didn't want to make a big deal out of it. I have the video right here. Let me show it to you.
I did with the debate the other night.
Oh, fantastic.
He kicked that old broken down pile of crap.
Yeah.
It's a bad guy. He just quit, He's quitting the race.
Is that right?
Yep, I got him out of the race. And that means we have Kamala. I think she's going to be better. She's so bad. She's so pathetic.
It's so amazing.
It's just so fucking bad. So
I just can't imagine.
But can you imagine that guy dealing with Putin and the president of China, who's a fierce person? He's a fierce man.
Right.
A very tough guy, and they see him. They probably can't. But they just announced he's probably quitting.
Good.
Yeah, that's amazing. Just keep knocking him out, right?
What's that saying? Don't interrupt your enemy while they're in the middle of shooting themselves in the foot. I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember the exact quote. But that's basically what he's doing. Donald Trump is keeping real fucking quiet because he wants the media cycle to be about Joe Biden and Joe Biden's incompetence. And the media wants it to be about Joe Biden. They don't want to take their attention off of Joe Biden and focus on Trump, which they would in a heartbeat because that's ratings. They want to sit there and bash Joe Biden. They're following orders. The machine has decided Joe Biden has got to go. It decided a long time ago, even before he was supposedly elected in 2016. He was never the long game. He was always going to be the guy who was going to come in, be president for a while, have a bunch of disastrous policies, which are their policies, not Joe Biden's. Joe Biden doesn't have any control. He doesn't do shit. It's their policies. He just goes on camera, smiles, goes to all the events, signs executive orders. He does what he's told. He's a puppet. It's a puppet regime. He's doing what he's told. They never wanted Joe Biden for the long game. They always wanted to replace him with Kamala. Originally wanted to replace him with Kamala, but now her poll numbers are worse than Joe, so now they're kind of in a fucking position right now. They've been really pimping that she's the first minority woman vice president. She checks all the boxes, and now they're going to pass her for president. So they really screwed themselves with this whole Joe Biden Kamala ticket, because they never suspected that Kamala would be this bad in the polls. They knew Joe Biden would, because they were going to implement all their policies, which suck, but they were going to let Joe Biden take credit for all those sucky policies and then come up before the election and say, oh, don't worry, he's dropping out because of his health or whatever, and Kamala is going to take his place, and she'll be running for president in 2024. That was the plan. But that plan got fucked up because her poll numbers suck. And that's not just Republicans, that's Democratic voters. Democrats fucking hate Kamala. So what do they do now? What do they do now? They're getting rid of Joe. That's going to happen. Now, Trump said in that video that, oh, Joe's out and Kamala's in. But no, that's not the case. And Trump knows that. He knew that when he made that video. He specifically pointed out that Kamala was worse than Joe. Notice he was almost gleeful. Is that the word, gleeful? Shit.
G O O O G L E Gulu gulu.
He was almost giddy that Kamala was going to be Joe's replacement because she's even worse than Joe. She's even more unelectable than Joe. He said that on purpose. He's turning the fucking knife. He's digging it in. Oh, you want to get rid of Joe and replace him with Kamala? Go ahead. Haha, she's even easier to beat. And he doesn't need to say that. The Democrats know that. They know Kamala is a fucking disaster. But how are they going to get rid of her? And don't listen to this bullshit. Oh, Joe's not leaving. Jill is not going to let him leave. Listen, these two fucktards, Joe and Joe Biden, they are nothing. Seriously, they are nothing. Joe Biden has been in politics for 50 fucking years. He's always been a subordinate. He's always been a lower level guy. He's never been accepted by the global cabal or the deep state, the criminal syndicate that runs Washington as a major player. He's always just been a puppet. He's always been in it for the money. He's not an ideological guy. He doesn't really give a shit about globalism or world domination. He just cares about him and his family getting rich. He's been milking Washington for, 147 years now. And Obama knew that he'd be the perfect puppet. Obama's the one who decided that it was going to be Joe Biden. Because it sure as hell wasn't the voters. The voters wanted Bernie. But they couldn't have Bernie because Bernie would be even more stubborn than Joe Biden and Joe Biden is being right now. So they're in a real pickle. They're in a really fucked up situation right now. They're going to get rid of Joe. I'm confident in that. But how do they bypass Kamala? It's almost better to just keep Joe than gamble with Kamala. Unless there's some third person they could bring into the fold where everybody's happy. The voters are happy now. And that might be Big Mike. Bring Big Mike in. Kamala says, Joe says, I'm not running because I got health issues, blah, blah, blah. Kamala says, okay, I'm gonna take the presidency, but I'm not gonna run for re-election, and I'm not gonna campaign for 2024. I'm not gonna try to get elected for president in 2024. I'm just gonna finish out Joe Biden's term. And Big Mike comes in, and that's the one who gets the endorsements. Now, how that works, I don't know. But again, rules and laws be damned. The Democrats are going to do whatever they're going to do. Fuck everybody. It's going to happen. The chess moves are limited, but they're there. Which ones they're going to pick? Well, we don't know for sure. But they're limited, and we know they're going to pick one of them. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you like and share this episode. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Make sure you ring the notification bell. That way you'll be notified of any future episodes of Midnight Manifest. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your midnight.
Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a ever-loving light on me.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.